Hey guys, it's Becky Farrant. Thanks for joining me on video 2 of exploring and learning about your essential oils. So today I want to talk about topical use of essential oils. And where I get my information from is going to be the Essential Life book. This is going to be available at oillife.com. This is the resource that we use, and it's $26.99, and then I believe it's shipping as well. So this is the authority that I'm going to use on this information. But again, if you find another trusted resource, that's fine. So let's talk about topical use of essential oils. Now, the essential oils that doTERRA provides are very potent and super powerful. So if you got a basic beginner pack, you got 10 essential oils. The only one that has to be diluted is going to be oregano. Oregano is considered our hot oil. We actually have 4 hot oils: cassia, clove, oregano, and cinnamon. All of those have to be diluted because most people have sensitivities to it. So a lot of people say, oh my gosh, I don't know how to apply the oils. Do I apply them by themselves? Do I put a carrier oil in it? Well, let me clear some things up. So first of all, you can use a carrier oil with any of the oils, not just the hot oil. So any of them can be diluted. But let me explain to you about dilution. Dilution is not like if you poured water in lemonade, it's going to make it less strong, okay? That is not how dilution with essential oils work. When you mix essential oils with something like fractionated coconut oil, it just is going to allow you to get more surface area, and it's going to absorb slower into your system. But that doesn't mean it's not going to have the same effectiveness, because it doesn't dilute the compounds of the essential oil. So you can dilute any of them. And so in this book, the recommended uses or recommended dilution rate for babies is going to be a 0.3% dilution, which is about 1 drop of oil to 1 drop of a carrier oil like fractionated coconut oil. Kids is about 1% dilution, so that's going to be 1 drop of oil with 1 teaspoon of a carrier oil. And adults is about a 2 to 4% dilution rate, which is about 3 to 6 drops to 1 teaspoon. Okay, so that's just kind of an overarching theme. Now, why do you have to dilute them? Okay, the answer is you don't really have to dilute them, but let me tell you a couple reasons to dilute them. Number 1 is you're going to get more surface area because you're going to be able to rub. If you have an elbow pain, just putting 1 drop of oil right there doesn't get as much surface area. So mixing it with a carrier oil is going to allow you to get more surface area. Number 2, it's going to allow it to absorb into your body a little bit slower. And number 3, it's going to save you money on essential oils, because fractionated coconut oil is a lot cheaper than the oils themselves are. So again, it'll help your oils last longer as well if you decide to dilute them. But any of the oils that are not considered a hot oil can be used neat. We call it neat. That means directly onto the skin. And you can look at a resource like the Essential Life book and see if the oil that you're wanting to put on your body is going to have skin sensitivity or not. Now, just because you have a skin sensitivity does not mean it's not effective for you. So, for example, my son has a sensitivity to lemon directly on his skin. If I put lemon on his throat when he has a sore throat, he says, "Mom, it burns." However, if I put it on my daughter, she's fine. So it doesn't mean lemon doesn't work on my son. It just means that his skin is sensitive to it. So I make sure to dilute it properly for his body. So what if you take On Guard, and let's say you put it on you know, around your glands, or you put it on your tummy or your back, and you do have a sensitivity to it. No big deal. Your first instinct is going to be to run and put water on it. Do not put water on the oils, because that's only going to drive it deeper, because water and oil, what? They don't mix. So it's actually going to drive that oil deeper in. So if you have a reaction to the oil, go ahead and grab some sort of carrier oil. Again, we recommend fractionated coconut oil, but jojoba oil or almond oil or even extra virgin olive oil will work. So any oil is going to help disperse that oil. So if you get it on and it burns, again, don't run for water. Just put a little bit of fractionated coconut oil on, or another carrier oil, and it's going to dispel that. Okay, so roller balls. Everyone talks about roller balls. How many drops? Can I do this drop? What if I blend them? How many? So let me clear up a couple of things. First of all, these are a 10 milliliter, which is about 3/4 of a tablespoon, okay, that you can fit in here. So for a baby, if you're making a lavender roller ball for your infant baby, you need 1 drop of lavender in this bottle in order to dilute it properly for a baby. Now, we also recommend that for elderly that has, paper thin skin as well. Same thing, if it's elderly or infant, you're gonna wanna treat them the same. So 1 drop, so I know many of my friends who have babies who are sleeping because of lavender, and it's literally just 1 drop of oil in a roller bottle. So what if you're making a blend for your children? I highly recommend when you first purchase your oils, like I said in the last video, is buying 10 roller balls and just making up all your top 10 oils in roller balls so that you have them. And I personally dilute them for my kids, but then I also use them for myself. So they could be a little bit stronger for me, but again, it's not diluting it like you would lemonade. It's diluting it differently. So it's still gonna have the same potency. So I make sure my kids know that they can pick up any of these roller bottles and it is diluted for their use. And it just makes it another safety thing in my home, as my kids know if it's a tall bottle, then they can use it. So I have an 8-year-old and an 11-year-old, although my 11-year-old could easily be an adult because of his weight. As far as weight goes, he's over 100 pounds. I usually do about 5 to 7 drops of oil in this. Now that's probably going to be a little bit more than the 2 to 3 drops for a child, but again, I have older children. So maybe you can start out with 2 or 3 drops if your kids are like 2 to 5 or something like that, and then move on from there. Again, it's really not going to kill them if you put more oil in, more essential oils in. Again, it's just more of a sensitivity to the oil issue. And then for myself, I might do in a roller bottle like this, maybe 10 to 20 drops, depending on what I'm dealing with. If I'm dealing with a UTI or sinus issues or whatever, I'm mixing multiple oils, then I might add more. So that comes to my next thing. Can you mix the oils? The answer is absolutely you can mix oils. So one of the things that we use religiously in my home is we use a roller bottle for my daughter who cannot swallow a pill yet for allergies. So I have peppermint, lavender, lemon, Roman chamomile, and myrrh in a roller bottle for my daughter. And so there's 5 oils in there, and I do 2 drops of each. So that's 10 drops. So a little bit more, it's more adult range. But again, I've been putting oils on my daughter for 4 years now, and I know what works for her. And so again, I'll put 2 drops of each in, fill it with fractionated coconut oil, put a sticker on top that says Kayla's allergy medicine, and that's gonna be her roller bottle. But you can put the oils on, on your body in order to have the most impact or to affect your body in its entirety. The 3 places we recommend it is either going to be on the bottom of your feet, in your navel, or on your spine. Usually we say start with your feet. And the reason why we say start with your feet is because it's your largest pores and your thickest skin. So if you're gonna have a sensitivity to the oils, most likely it's not gonna happen on the bottom of your feet. So it's a great way of starting out with the oils. If you put oils on the bottom of your feet, it will be absorbed in every single cell in your body within 20 minutes. Wow, that's powerful. So fractionated coconut oil. Now, doTERRA sells a small bottle, 3.8 ounce bottle. I like this because it comes out 1 drop at a time. However, it could be a little bit of a pain in the butt when you're filling roller balls. So then I go ahead and pick up fractionated coconut oil. I usually buy it off of Amazon in the pump. And the reason why is then I can just open my roller bottle up and I can go ahead and make roller bottles very easily. So again, those are the 2 different fractionated coconut oils that I use. So anyways, I hope you learned a thing or 2 about topical use of essential oils. If you have any questions, please reach out and ask either your upline or you can reply back to me, and I would be more than happy to answer your question. So stay tuned for video 3. I will see you next time. Bye.